automatic have two-step, bro.
It's not two-step. It's red line.
That's red line.
What up, guys? Welcome back to the garage. We are going to be working on the CRV today, getting rid of the obnoxious sound that it makes. Look, I get it, I know. You guys are gonna be upset with me because it's literally the best sounding 1.8 liter engine in the freaking world. The thing sounds amazing. Obnoxious. But we gotta quiet it down because I want the thing to be a little bit more stealth. So whenever I'm sneaking around in behind people's houses trying to do some four-wheeling, they can't hear me. That sounds so sus as hell. Anyhow, you guys know I mentioned in the video whenever we were putting the tarp up on the booth, I showed you that I have a bunch of exhaust systems up here, a bunch of old exhausts. So the idea, actually there's 3 of them. Look at this, big old fart cans and everything. It's a whole ass fister. This one's, oh, that's a fister too. This one's just a little bit looser. One of these actually has a cat up there as well. So we'll talk about it after I get them down. There's like 15 bumpers on top of them, man. Can we take a moment? Oh my Lord, look how sexy that is. Ugh, I hate to admit that I kind of like the chrome a little bit. Nope, no, no, no. So this is everything that we got to work with. This right here is a DC Integra exhaust, I'm pretty sure. Actually, this one and that one. Yeah, I believe they're both DC Integra exhausts. So that one has a resonator on it, but this is a very important piece, the cat. So I mentioned to you guys, I think I'm gonna hang on to the CRV for a little bit. So here in Arizona, we have to pass emissions. Being that's a 99, I don't think that's gotta go on the rollers, like actually hook up to the exhaust and stuff. I think they just plug it in, but I do need to get rid of the check engine light. So I'm gonna go ahead and run a cat on it. I'm just gonna do what it is I can to get rid of the check engine light, make sure the thing's gonna pass emissions so we can get the thing titled and good to go, like legal on the road. And then I'll probably come back and, I mean, I'm gonna leave it that way. Anyhow, look at that damn resonator. That thing is like, I want to say about 2 feet long, bro. It's like a 24-inch resonator. That is the exhaust that one time used to be on khaki. That's the exhaust that was on khaki whenever I first got it. And it's the whole thing, bro. From the header all the way back. That used to stick out the back bumper. Anyhow, the plan is to take, you know, a piece of this and a piece of that and just see what it is we can make work to put an exhaust on the CRV. So what I think I'm gonna go ahead and do is just unbolt this from here, and then I'm gonna test fit this section that already has the cat on it, and it already has a flange that looks like it's gonna be perfect to bolt up to the header that's underneath there. So then we will be from the header back to here if this piece works, and then I'll just have to figure out from that point on what it is we gotta do next. Now obviously if this piece right here does work out, then I will probably be robbing this section, cutting it here so that we can still use these flanges and the gasket, those bolts, bolt it all back up, and then we'll weld from that point on. Also gonna take a jack stand with me. I think what we need to do is get the back bumper on, because I don't want to run the exhaust and end up like the back bumper doesn't fit, you know what I'm saying? All right, well that definitely changes things. The little hump in the bumper for where the exhaust comes out is actually on the passenger side. For some reason I was thinking that the exhaust comes out the driver's side, but it comes out the passenger side. And now also looking at it, we have hangers for the exhaust on this side, obviously, where it's supposed to come out. See, what was confusing to me is, I don't know if you guys can see that, but there's a hanger right there. It's like right above the jack stand. And that is on the driver's side. So it looks to me like, oh yeah, then there's another hanger right here. So I guess the exhaust is supposed to come straight out, and then it actually crosses over the drive shaft and comes over to the driver's side, to the passenger side, and then comes out. I don't know why. I mean, it looks like there is a little bit more room on the passenger side just because the driver's side has that plastic box right there. I just don't like the idea of the exhaust being underneath the drive shaft. All right, so that kind of fits, but if I'm being honest, I don't like it, dude, because it seems like it hangs down pretty low right here to me. I have it literally touching the hanger, so I can't go any higher there, and that's hanging really low. For me to raise that up, that moves the muffler away from the bumper, and I want it to be up and tight. That far end over there, after it passes the drive shaft, is hanging even lower than this side, so I don't know, man. I don't see why we can't just run the exhaust straight down this side. It just makes more sense to me rather than having to pass over a drive shaft. Or if it came out this side and the pipe crossed over back here and then went out, then we're gonna run into the problems. We don't have anywhere to mount it. Like, I'm gonna have to add some hangers over here somewhere. I don't know. I'm gonna take all this out and I'm just going to figure something else out because this ain't working. I'm over here looking for my cat. I'm like, what the hell? Did a tweaker go by and freaking steal it? There's this guy that keeps riding by on like one of those motorized bikes. You can tell he's the type to roll around grabbing cats.
I swear, I was like, it's probably him. He's probably rolling by with your cat. Probably.
Yeah, I know. I completely forgot that I set it over here. I sprayed it out and I wanted to make sure and let it dry really quick, but what I think I'm gonna do is get underneath there and I want to bolt this up and figure out like which way I need it to be turned in relation, because I was just gonna weld these together, but I don't want to weld this together and then end up getting underneath there and this has to be turned like this or something, and then that's gonna put one of these bolts like facing up to where it's hard to get to. So I'm gonna get underneath there and figure out exactly the placement of the rest of the resonator. Hey Braven, does this make my voice sound any deeper?
Yeah, it does.
You see? Resonators make your exhaust deeper. It gets rid of the rasp. I don't want my exhaust to sound like a bitch.
Yeah.
Put a resonator on it and it won't sound like a bitch like Braven. Sound like a man. I probably have black shit all over my face now. Circle. There's our first piece, all mocked up. Just gonna weld that all the way around so it doesn't move, because that's exactly where we need it. All right, this is what I've got so far, man. So we come off of the header and we have a catalytic converter, resonator, and then it goes into these elbows that are gonna run over to the muffler. So this thing's gonna have one cat, 2 resonators, and 1 muffler. It's gonna be freaking, hopefully it's gonna be really quiet. Anyhow, this section's pretty much done. I need to get this back underneath there once again, get it bolted up to the header, get it supported, and then I need to line it up to the muffler that I have down here. It's gonna go right there. It will unbolt right there. So it bolts to the header, and then I'll be able to unbolt the cat later to put a test pipe in. And then we have another bolting point here, and then it's also gonna bolt up right here. And it's basically straight through, and the only bends that I have on there is mandrel bend. And the muffler that's on there is an Apexy or Apexi, however you say that, made in Japan. So this like purplish looking piping, that was all the Apex piping, in which that stuff is a lot heavier and it's like a lot thicker. I don't know if that was like an expensive exhaust system in one point in time or something, but it came off of a GSR Integra, that's all I know. Anyhow, gonna get this mocked up again. The quick jacks are really nice, man, but whenever you need to get underneath the vehicle, we need to get a lift. Man, not the prettiest welds in the world, but they're not bad. I mean, they're gonna be strong and hold this thing together. Now this was way bigger than this, so I had to kind of jump it, you know what I'm saying? So that's a pretty big weld on there. But for the most part, they all came out pretty good. Like I said, not the best looking, but they look like they're pretty strong to me. Anyhow, I'm gonna go ahead and get this back underneath there. Now it'll just all bolt up, and then I have to like drop some hangers down from the hanging points and weld those in so to actually hold it up. Yeah, we're almost freaking done, bro. Much it, dude. We got this thing quieted down finally. It actually, Raven was saying it sounds like an Integra.
Yeah, it sounds like an Integra.
That's hilarious. Got an Integra engine and Integra exhaust, but came out really clean, dude. If I had a lift, I would lift it up and show you, but I mean, you guys seen it. I would like to hit it with like some paint or something just to make it look who gives a shit? You know what I'm saying? Who gives a shit? But this is literally my first exhaust I've ever put together. This is a combination of like 3 different exhaust systems from 3 different vehicles, and it came out pretty dope. There's 1 cat, 2 resonators, and 1 muffler, so quieted it down quite a bit. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. We're gonna be back on the Blazer tomorrow, so I hope you guys are excited about that as I am. Peace out, and see you guys on the next one.